Hello, my name is Kinzie, and I would like to talk to you about all the different LEGO things I've been involved with over the years. This all started back in 2000 when I was involved in First LEGO League. So I originally got in the First LEGO League in grade school in the year 2000 at Volcanic Panic. Our team obviously was our first year team. The program was new. We had a huge learning curve to go through, and obviously didn't do so hot that year. As the years progressed, through Arctic Impact, City Sites Mission, and Mission Mars, our teams that I was on got steadily and steadily stronger as we learned more and more about what we needed to do. Eventually, 2004-2005 year, I was captain of my own team, Team 293 Code, and that was on the No Limits Challenge. And we won the state competition, and then went to the world competition and took 10th, which was very, very awesome. Excellent experience there. We won the Gracious Professionalism Award, third place Innovative Solutions for Research, and an honorable mention in our technical presentation as well. After that, I mentored two teams, Lego Dogs and Code Recompiled. Lego Dogs went on to the World Festival, and also again year after. The first year mentored them was Ocean Odyssey. Next year after that was NanoQuest, mentored them as well. Again the following year, and they went to the World competition. I've been a judge for the First LEGO League for a very long time. I was originally started out as tech judge in 2005, the 2005-2006 season, and I judged for 3 years, and then I decided I wanted to try something different, so I did. So I was a table announcer for 2 more years, and then I judged. I was a tech judge in 2010 for Body Forward, and again this year for Food Factor. So I've also judged at the World Festival level. I did that last year for the Body Forward Challenge, and I intend to do it again this year as well. I've also been part of something called the Mindstorms Community Partners, which is a organization through LEGO of community members who build stuff essentially for LEGO. So LEGO sends us parts, we build stuff for them, we take it to shows and things like that. We do a lot of beta testing, give them a lot of feedback on their products and things like that. I've also done a lot of Brickworld stuff, which is Brickworld is an absolutely massive venue in Chicago for LEGO stuff, and I've done all the Brickworlds actually. So I've been to all the Brickworlds since they've started. Originally in 2000, Brickworld Chicago, 2007, 2008, 2009, this year 2010 and 11, and then Brickworld Indy from 2010, 2011. Brickworld Fort Wayne just started up this year, 2011. I've also been to a National Instruments Week with LEGO as well, 2007, 8, 9, 10. They didn't have a presence this year, so I wasn't there. I also have been to LEGO World, which was in Denmark. It's kind of like Brickworld, but for Europe, a whole huge part of Europe, and in Denmark. And so I did that in 2010 as well. I was also part of a LEGO 10-year celebration of the Mindstorms platform in Denmark at the LEGO headquarters as well. I am absolutely committed to promoting learning and play through robotics. I think robotics is an absolutely wonderful platform to use for learning and play, and it's a very educational thing to do, and it's great. It's great for your mind. It's awesome to think about, especially if you want to go into engineering. I'm currently teaching some classes at the local community college as well. So I've also done a lot of writing. Wrote stuff for the Brick Journal for Joe Mino. One of the major things I wrote was a paper detailing the differences between the RCX and the NXT and why the NXT was a more advanced platform. And let's see, I'm also very good at CAD. I've been CADing. I have Solid Edge. I have a copy of Solid Edge, which is just a regular mechanical CAD program. I've CADed things up in there before, and I'm also very, very good at LEGO Digital Designer. I used LEGO Digital Designer when it was really, really hard to use, and I was able to get it to work for me then. And now that it's progressed in usability, I've really been able to do pretty much anything I want with LEGO Digital Designer. I've also got very good at building things in LEGO Digital Designer without actually physically touching anything, and then putting it together based off the instructions that it generates. So I can actually develop things without ever physically touching anything, which is actually very, very liberating, because I might not necessarily have access to all my LEGO parts all the time. So I can sit down and say, you know what, I want to build something. I can whip up a session of LDD, and all of a sudden, boom, I have something that I want to build. Not many people can do that. Software-wise, consider myself average. I know some NXTG. I've taken some software classes before, C, C++. Done some MATLAB as well. That stuff is all pretty easy. There's no magic there. When it comes to NXTG, it's an interesting concept. I think it's really cool, and I'm sort of an average user when it comes to NXTG. One of the things I really like to do is build inspiring models. This is an example of a inspiring model I built. It's missing its wheels and things like that, but because they're cannibalized for other projects at the moment. But this is a cool car that I built a while ago. It's really fast, actually. It's got 4 of these extra large power function motors geared up by 3. So this thing really books it when you put it into gear. This also has signatures of people like Stephen Canvin and Keld, and also people from National Instruments as well. Google X Prize. Woody Flowers is on here. Yeah, lots of really cool, and lots of NI employees as well. So this is sort of like my community car. I kind of think of it because there's lots of people on here. So I've written also an article about this vehicle specifically for the Brick Journal as well. So you should get a Brick Journal and go read about it because Brick Journals are awesome. I've written other things to the Brick Journal. Describing a lot about differentials, dual differential setups, and lots of other fun things like that. Another cool thing I do is called the Creo, which is basically metal parts. So this is a 37 long beam, as you can see, and it's made out of 303 stainless steel. This thing is unbelievably megally strong. As you can see, as I try to bend this, there's nothing. All right, it's absolutely incredibly strong. These parts will outlast you. So again, that's a 37 long 303 stainless beam. This is a 25 long beam that's made out of 6061 T6 aircraft aluminum. Also very, very cool, very strong, very, very light. These are brand new. I got these in the other day. Oh, and by the way, I designed all these in CAD and sent them out to be machined as well. So this is, again, part of the CAD work I do is for stuff like this. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 long half-width beam. And what's really interesting about half-width beams is that, especially for the train people, the trains don't have connecting rods that are long enough, because Lego only manufactures, I believe, up to 9. I believe is the maximum length of these, and so sometimes you just need more. And again, also there's no flex in these either. So especially for train applications, for connecting rods and things like that, these are great. These are 6061 T6. They're also have a level 3 anodization hard coat as well, so the outside is as strong as steel, which is very, very cool. And one of my favorites, this is one of my favorites, this is a bearing block. So there's two identical halves, and then there's a bearing inside. And what this does is it lets this spin very, very, very freely, and for a long time without any wear. So for people who go to Brick Worlds and things like that, and they have displays that run forever and ever and ever and ever, and they end up with tons of gear dust everywhere, they need some way to have their things run without wearing out all the time. Enter said bearing block. So here I'm going to open this up and show this to you. Show you what's inside here. Actually, really cool because it's so simple. So this is the bearing, as you can see. That's a regular bearing that you can just get off McMaster-Carr. And there are these two halves that look like this. These are again 6061 T6 aircraft aluminum. And basically, you take the bearing and you put them in that little cutout in the middle, and you put them together. And then they fit together with a pin. So you have your axle here with your bearing, and you put that in there, and you put that in there, and now you have this nice sealed unit. And then to tie it all up, you just take a peg. I'm just using these blue ones because they're easy to see on camera and easy to manipulate as well. There's one hole. There's the other hole. Boom, done. So that way you can have stuff that spins forever without any wear. Also great if you have like a lot of high load applications. So if you have things that are very, very heavy and things like that need to roll around for a long time, these are also a great option for stuff like that. Let's see, other cool things. MCP. So that's most of the Lego stuff I've been involved in over the years, and I've really done the best I can to go to as many events as possible, to meet as many people as possible, to show people that promoting learning and play through robotics is really an absolutely amazing thing to do. And so you can check out more stuff on my website at jkinzie, jkinzie.com. I also have a blog spot called the Man and Machine blog, which is Google Blogspot. If you Google Man and Machine blog, it should come right up. It's also linked on my website as well, so you can just go there directly. This video will be posted there, which it might be very well where you're watching it from. So, yeah, so I just wanted to catalog all those things in one place. I'm also in addition, an amateur machinist. So if you notice behind me, there's like machine tools. I don't build these yet, but who knows? It's a lot easier to send them out to be built. And I have an absolutely wonderful machinist. His name is Mike, and I don't know, he's amazing. He works magic. So yeah, back there I have a drill press, and then I have a little mini lathe, and eventually I'm going to get a small, like a desktop CNC mill as well. That's what the screen over there will eventually be hooked up to a computer, which controls a small CNC mill. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to put all that out there for all the people who are interested in that sort of a thing. So cool. This is Jay Kinzie signing off.